Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, and welcome to the Sacred Man Experience podcast, the relationship between shame and isolation. I'm Imran Muhammad, aka the Pattern Interrupter. Here we speak about the journey of manhood through the lens of faith, how to be strong but also soft, how to lead but also to listen. Today, I want to discuss one of the most powerful and destructive human emotions: shame. Not guilt, shame. Because there is an important difference. Guilt says, I made a mistake. Shame says, I am the mistake. Guilt focuses on behavior. Shame attacks identity. And when shame takes root, isolation often follows. Throughout my years working with addiction and behavioral change, I have noticed something remarkable. People rarely recover in isolation, but shame always pushes people towards isolation. Shame says, don't tell anyone, hide it, keep pretending. If people knew the truth, they would reject you. So people withdraw. They hide their struggles. They create masks. They become performers. And slowly, they lose connection with themselves and ultimately others. The irony is that the thing they fear most, rejection, often becomes more likely because of the walls they build around themselves. Psychologically, shame thrives in secrecy. The less light that reaches it, the stronger it becomes. The more isolated a person becomes, the more distorted their thinking becomes. This is why connection is so powerful. Connection challenges shame. Connection reminds us that we are not alone. Connection helps us recognize our humanity. Islam teaches a profound balance. We acknowledge our mistakes, it is significant, but we never define ourselves by them. Allah is Al-Ghafur, the most forgiving. He is Ar-Rahman, the most merciful. The believer is never encouraged to live in hopelessness. No. The believer is encouraged to repent, learn, and return. Ibn al-Qayyim, the great scholar of his time, said, the sinner who repents may become closer to Allah than the person who never stumbled. The question is why? Because humility often emerges through struggle. The great masters, the great scholars frequently spoke about brokenness, not as a weakness, but as an opportunity for transformation. Ar-Rumi famously said in a beautiful couplet, the wound is the place where the light enters you. Let me say that again. The wound, wherever that is the place where light enters you. The sacred man understands that his wounds do not define him. His response to them does. Let me give you something of great significance. Identify the shame story you carry. What do you believe makes you unworthy? This is self-reflection. This is the opportunity for you to heal. This is the opportunity to become whole. This is the opportunity to become the individual that you desire to become, inshallah ta'ala. So identify the shame story you carry within yourself. What do you believe makes you unworthy? 2, challenge that belief. Is it actually true? Is it? Or is it a narrative you have repeated for years? A pattern that you have created within yourself, which is harming you, which is hurting you, which is limiting you, which is becoming the barrier of you achieving the goal that you desire. Thirdly, share your struggle with a trusted person. Look, shame weakens when it is exposed to honesty. You know when they say, tell the truth. Why? The truth will let you free, right? It is the truth that releases us. And many a times, the issue is we are not truthful with ourselves. And because we are not truthful with ourselves, it makes it really complicated being truthful with everybody else. So, let me leave you with this powerful question. What part of your story have you hidden because you fear what others might think? There's no doubt many of us come from different cultures, different ethnicities, different backgrounds, different faiths and religions. And many of our feelings that we have within our shape of shame and guilt are based within these particular cultures, religions, backgrounds, philosophies. But the truth is this: until you do not change the narrative, right? In the sense that you have hidden because you fear what others might think, until you do not release that, you do not talk about that, you will always feel limited. Thank you for listening, my beloved. Until next time, stay aware, stay honest, and continue to become the man and woman you were created to be. My beloveds, this is the Sacred Man Experience podcast. Find your sacred.